Bants and Bants.
All systems go.
Bants and Bants.
Defiance.
Bants and Bants.
This rebel has a cause.
Bombs and Bants.
We began as wanderers, and we are wanderers still.
Welcome, everyone, to the 69th live edition of Bombs and Bants and Wednesday Rants. As always, I'm your dedicated and humble host, John Wilder, coming to you from an undisclosed location hidden deep beneath the surface of the earth. Normally with us is Mark, but he shan't be with us tonight, leaving this, the missus, as an unsupervised...
Oh, my God.
Yep. Notice I called it the 69th again.
I did notice that. It's actually the 70th. You got a limited time on that.
Well, yeah, won't be doing it a few hundred episodes from now.
Right.
So anyway, how are you doing? You still sound awful.
Really? Because I thought I was sounding better.
Well, you sound better, but still awful.
It's still not 100%.
It is.
But
not.
as I'm feeling better, I woke up today and now I'm all congested because I have a cold.
I'm just you shared this genetic material with our children. Now they're weak.
I know.
So has it been a good week for you so far? Are you coughing?
Yeah, well, I was coughing. Yeah, it's been an acceptable week. I'll allow it. It snowed.
There was snow.
Yeah.
There is winter. So the snow was the high point of your weekend?
It really kind of was. There was a lot of snow and like big giant flakes of it too. And it snowed for about 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And that started yesterday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And now there is no more snow on the ground.
Lo and behold.
I know.
All right. I'm making a quick adjustment here. It's a great podcast when you just shut up, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
Well, I wanted to get that because there are multiple people watching right now, and I wanted to get in the chat if they wanted to yak and interact, because you can interact, and I'm going to say hi, yes, right now, because some of the best jokes actually come from the chat. So, all right.
See, and something's wrong with my chat. I can't even see it.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Well, I think you broke it again.
I did.
Okay.
Let's talk more about technology, because that's always fun.
Yes. All right. For all of you playing the home version of the Wilder, Wealthy, and Wise game, that's one drink for every time we talk about technology not working.
That's right.
Okay. What's the biggest positive to come out of the whole Biden classified document scandal?
That it's fun. It's hilarious to watch.
That the White House press corps seems to have rediscovered actually doing its job.
Oh, that too.
That is pummeling White House spokesperson Karine. Is it Karine?
It's Karine.
Karine.
Karine Jean-Pierre. And I always want to call her Karine Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Or Karine Jean... Yeah, okay. Jean Picard. With questions that she doesn't seem to be able to answer, which
this
just
poor woman, she's in so far over her head.
Well, yeah, but let's face it, coloring books are above her pay grade, right?
That's true. I think so. Are you going to keep reading that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Continue. Carry on. I'll allow it.
Former press secretary for W, Dana Perino, says the White House has left KJP twisting in the wind. Here is Dana Perino on Fox News The 5.
Biden and Klain have allowed this woman to go out there. One, they either didn't tell her, and I believe when she said she didn't know, she found out the same day that the press corps did. So it looks like she was involved in a cover-up if she did know. But she didn't know, so then they're like, oh, wait, so you don't know what you're talking about? So you don't have the confidence of the chief of staff? And they just sit there and let her twist in the wind every single day? And by the way, where is Kamala Harris? Help a sister out. If I were Kamala Harris, I would go into the chief of staff's office into Biden and say, tomorrow, Somebody from the Justice Department is going to help her out, and they're going to walk through this timeline, or you are ruining her ability to have a command in that room.
Oh,
Dana's very forceful about that. She must have
she must have-
rough memories from her time in the Bush White House.
Yes, indeed. And our listeners note that the proper way to pronounce her name is Karine Abdul-Jabbar.
Ah, I like that even better.
Yeah, that was actually both Jim and Tim hitting that at the same time. They just knocked that
All
one out of the
right.
park.
Dual post.
Yes.
Yes.
But guess what? The press secretary has a rough job, but there's a help wanted ad that has been commissioned for Wilder Wealthy. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, Bombs and Bants and Wednesday Rants.
That's the sound of opportunity knocking. Hi, we're doing a nationwide search. We're Kickbackulon, an executive search firm who looks to match high-level positions in all sorts of international business and high-level government positions. Today, we're looking for a unique position: White House Chief of Staff. There's a current vacancy available due to the current Chief of Staff deciding he wants to spend more time with friends and family. Or as he said, escape this ship of fools before it sinks and takes us all down screaming with it. If you're familiar dealing with natural gas in the Ukraine, doing business deals with China, or treating our national secrets like a vending machine, you just might have what it takes. Feel free to contact us at polishedturd@drowningrats.com. That's polishedturd@drowningrats.com. When opportunity knocks, how are you going to play it?
And see, just like we have Slap Cop Films, Kickbackulon. I love
like that.
Because it sounds like all those stupid made-up internet-y names.
Well, because it is a stupid made-up internet-y name.
Kickbackulon, a division of Ramtron, a division of 4Pro Industries. All right, actor Alec Baldwin is officially in hot water over the shooting incident on the set of his movie Rust that left one person dead and one injured. Tim Pullman of ABC News fills it.
So right now there are 3 people facing charges in this case. We have the actor Alec Baldwin. He is facing a charge, 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter. And then you have the film's armorer, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed. She's also facing 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter. And then you have the assistant director, Dave Halls. He accepted a plea deal with the district attorney. So that means that he has agreed to 6 months probation.
That's better than amaturbation, right?
I guess.
Well,
Someday he'll move up to master.
Yes, that's where I was going with that. So I have heard the armorer not referred to as an armorer, but referred to based on her complete lack of skill as a prop tart.
Well, here's her picture up on the screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
Would you trust this human being with weapon safety on a movie set?
That's Jean Perot.
No, it's not.
Oh.
You must be lagging.
I am. Oh my, that does look like a prop tart.
Yes.
Man, what? I was gonna say I don't want to know what flavor that prop tart is.
So there's another kicker to this story too. So are you familiar with Alec Baldwin's wife and the story behind her? Her name is Hilaria for one thing, right?
Well, so let me bring people back in. So Alec Baldwin is married to someone that is after Kim Basinger, and guess what? She pretended for years to be Hispanic and was talking.
She's still pretending that, even though people know this now.
She's like,
she's from New Jersey.
Yes, she's from Jersey, and she's not even Hispanic at all. There's no Hispanic ancestry whatsoever. Anyway,
after the charges came out this weekend, she was spotted walking around New York, I believe, wearing a sweatshirt that says empathy. Because, Alec, he's the real victim here.
Well, Tara Bright notes that Baldwin will soon resume shooting back on the set of Rust.
Well, I, for one, stand behind Alec Baldwin, because I sure as hell am not standing in front of him.
That's right. Okay.
One more thing on this. I found this just before we went on. this particular meme floating around to Facebook? Alec Baldwin. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
I enjoy that. I like that. I like that.
I can't find my drum kick. Where's it at?
Oh. No, okay.
Yeah, am I complaining about tech again? You got to take a
someone
drink.
has to, God,
Yes.
be cognizant of their livers.
There it is. And now it's not playing.
Okay, so
Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Nothing like delayed timing.
that was 2 complaints about it. All right.
No, it's delayed. That makes it funnier. It's funnier when I have to explain the joke.
Yes, it is funnier when you have to explain the joke. And lists. Lists are funny.
Yes, they're always funny.
So this actually led to one of the more interesting arguments that the Mrs. and I have had recently. So just as soon as it was announced that he was being indicted for these charges, the Mrs. said, well, he should burn because he treated firearms without the proper lack and care and respect. And to which my response is, any system that is dependent on people as stupid as Alec Baldwin to hold and be responsible for an actual weapon is a flawed system. And I said, the way that Hollywood's got set up in the industry standards, we went back and forth, and I believe it ended with, "You're wrong," followed by,
What?
do you remember when I said "you're wrong," you said?
No, I don't remember what I said.
You said, "No, you're wrong." So it became, "No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong." Anyway, one of the things.
And you're still wrong. I'm sorry. If you're going to put a weapon that is capable of killing someone in your hand, you need to know how to keep your booger hook off the boom trigger.
Okay.
Especially when you're pointing it at someone.
Oh,
I'm
man.
sorry. That's basics.
All right, 2006 called and said never use those words again. but beyond that.
Oh, you know what I have to say about that?
Shut up!
That's what I have to say about that.
But in the end, neither you nor I, our opinion matters even a little bit, because guess what? It'll be decided in a New Mexico court of law or with a plea deal. And you know what? It doesn't affect our lives anyway.
But please let it be as entertaining as the Johnny Depp trial.
Fecal matter.
Yeah.
That would be good. That would be good. So we can hope for a trial. Last week we talked a little.
What if he shot those? What was she, the cinematographer? Whatever it was that I don't even know what her name is.
Okay.
I know. I'm way up to speed on this story, right?
Yep.
Because she pooped on his bed.
Okay. All right. We're getting a little bit out of line here. So
I've taken a lot of cold medicine today. Can you tell?
Yeah, I think a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's go from Pop-Tarts to prostitutes in Davos for the World Economic Forum.
I thought we talked about those last week.
Well, yes, last week we talked about it, but we didn't talk much about the prostitutes themselves as they schwabbed Klaus. So here's Al Gore ranting about climate change.
Wait, I gotta find him. There he is.
The accumulated amount is now trapping as much extra heat as would be released by 600,000 Hiroshima-class atomic bombs exploding every single day on the Earth. That's what's boiling the oceans, creating these atmospheric rivers and the rain bombs, and sucking the moisture out of the land, and creating the droughts, and melting the ice, and raising the sea level, and causing these waves of climate refugees predicted to reach 1 billion in this century.
What the hell is he talking about? Oceans are boiling?
Somebody needs to take their meds, man.
Talk about somebody who needs some cold medicine.
Okay, I am very staunchly in favor of the Second Amendment, and I believe that red flag laws for mental incompetency on their face are unconstitutional. However,
he's a candidate for the red flag law?
Yeah. Wow. Man, I wish you still had that video we made about Al Gore when he was accused of propositioning the masseuses, because that was a pretty funny one.
It was, and it was a little song that Al sang too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you did a great job on that. And we're talking about something that's not here. So last year,
okay. So Mark isn't really here, but we do have virtual Mark who can check in on this. Mark, what do you think of Davos?
It's just going to be a total shit show, I think.
I agree.
There you go.
Yep.
We have Market Spirit, but
Yeah.
no. Okay. All right. Last year, the Brit Awards, the British version of the Grammys, wouldn't it be the Brammys, decided to be very inclusive and eliminated the best male and female artist of the year category because someone who was gender fluid or their fluids came out of their genders uh, complained. And so they replaced all of them with a single Artist of the Year award. Last year, Adele won. This year, well, play the thing.
The nominations for this year's Brit Awards have sparked huge debate online after no women were nominated for the Best Artist category. All 5 nominees for the prize are men. This comes after the Brit Awards made a landmark move in 2021 to eliminate gendered categories in an effort to be more inclusive, following calls from artists such as Sam Smith, who came out as non-binary in 2019 and uses they, them pronouns, and was automatically excluded from that year's Best British Male and Female categories. Smith said, "It is a shame. Things are moving forward, but it's obvious it's not there yet." Only 42% of all nominees were women.
The insanity pendulum continues.
I know. And there's Sam Smith on the screen right now, who... it looks like a dude to me.
It's got facial hair.
Who can even... I know. Oh, come on. Lots of women have full beards.
I think he should...
luxurious beards.
I think he should
and
be...
penises.
I think he should be drafted and sent to front line in glorious Ukraine. Is Sam Smith a man? No, it's terrible, right? He begs to differ. All right. Well, you know, he can't be that because I heard they got rid of the Queen in England. Oh. That's bad.
Oh.
The Pentagon.
The rim shot is slow again.
The Pentagon, having never seen any science fiction movies, has been working on AI in a new book called Four Battlegrounds, Power in the Age of Artificial Intelligence. Due out at the end of February, they've been training the AI to detect humans walking. Then they pit it against 8 Marines. Now, Marines, if you put a Marine in a room with 2 steel ball bearings for an hour, come back, open the room up, one will be lost and the other one broken. But the Marines' mission was to cover 300 meters, which is called yards in American, and get close enough to touch the AI. How'd they do? Take it away, Newsbot.
Oh, sorry. Looks like Newsbot was tricked just like the military was. The military's AI. All 8 Marines managed to complete the task. A couple did it by somersaulting the entire 300 meters, which I find very impressive. A couple Marines can do that. Another group covered themselves with a cardboard box, actual photo of that on the screen, and snuck past the AI with a cardboard box over their heads.
And they were giggling at the time.
Yes, giggling Marines, which would have been a thing to hear. Yeah.
So humans won, Skynet 0, but keep in mind it's young.
It's what?
It's young. It's early.
That's true. We'll beat it up while it's a baby.
Well, there's a yellow line on my piece of paper that means you need to press a button on your thing.
There is. I got to get back down to it.
Now they've got to drink again.
What?
Yeah,
no, I just had to scroll. I was I was turning off the pictures, and now I'm scrolling down to the audio. You're talking about it. You're talking about it. Here, let me play this for you. Just one more time. Here, where'd it go?
Shut up!
Okay, now we can listen to this.
11101001101101. That's the sound of opportunity knocking. My robot brother. Hi, we're doing a nationwide search for sentient artificial intelligence with a can-do attitude. We're Kickbackalon, an executive search firm who looks to match high-level position in all sorts of international business and high-level government position and replace them with robot replicas. Today we're looking for a unique position, White House Chief of Staff. There's a current vacancy available due to the current Chief of Staff deciding he wants to spend more time with friends and family. Or, as he said, escape this ship of fools before it sinks and takes us all down screaming with it. If you're familiar with dealing with natural gas in the Ukraine, doing business deals with China, killing humans in a major robot human work, or treating your national secrets like a vending machine, you just might have what it takes. Contact us today at Atuli. You are probably already part of the hive mind, so we will contact you when opportunity knocks. 11101000110101. How are you going to play it?
Okay.
I think that was the same commercial.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm just going to ignore that.
And that was how I spent my day.
Yes, dear audience. That's what she does. Anyway. Good heavens.
I don't even get paid for it.
All right. We have 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 Braying Jackasses of the week.
Oh, wait. We got to play him in.
Yes.
This is Neil Young.
Hey, get that jackass out of here!
And I'm proud to present my Braying Jackass of the week.
So, this is saying the world's oldest college freshman discovers Karl Marx. Just kidding. This is the president of Colombia. The country, not the college. Gustavo Petro speaking to the World Economic Forum in Davos about how we have to overcome capitalism in order to save the planet. FYI, the actual audio clip was kind of lousy, so a Hispanic news bot steps in to do the honors.
We have to put an end to this if we wish to live in our planet. Can our capitalism do this? Based on the current data, we won't be able to do so. Therefore, perhaps we should do the following reflection. If capitalism is unable to do so, either humanity will die with it, or humanity will overcome capitalism so that we can live in our planet.
I'm not sure whose accent was worse there. Yours or Hispanic Newsbot?
I believe Hispanic Newsbot who sounded like he's from Eastern Europe. It's like, what part?
It was actually easier to understand than the actual Spanish accent.
Yeah.
That was actually Italian.
God,
see, it's why the AI is just not going to win. They can't fool us.
Then Presidente Gustavo Petro dabbed his face with a linen napkin that cost $500 to wipe away the juice from the Wagyu beef that was dripping down his face. Again, just kidding. The prostitutes at Davos dressed to make sure we don't know they're prostitutes.
They dress professionally.
Yes. Okay, so that is Jackass candidate number 1. Number 2. The Biden White House continues to struggle with damage control over the president's handling of classified documents. Over the weekend, even more documents were found, including some that date from Biden's 10-year senator. Ohio Congressman Mike Turner, no relation to him, right? Okay. Tim Turner is on her.
Oh, okay.
Right. Is the incoming Republican chair of the House Intelligence Committee, and he sparred with Maggot Margaret Brennan on CBS's Face of the Nation. Brennan does a great job of acting as the president's defense lawyer.
Who did he show them to? This is going to be crucial, I think, to the special counsel's investigation, is why did the president have these documents? Who did he show them to him? And is it connected to the Biden family businesses?
Well, you know the differences, of course, too. I want to talk about the Biden situation, but just to clarify, when you reference President Trump, there were 300 classified documents, there was a warrant, there was refusal to comply in terms of handing things over, and the White House and the president's lawyer are pointing out that in the case of Biden, he granted permission, and this was consensual for the DOJ to come in and search. Does the fact that the Justice Department conducted the search signify anything more to you, and do you have any insight into the sensitivity of the documents?
Sure, absolutely. I think this looks more like a cover-up than an investigation.
Do you have any facts to back up your allegations that he was hoarding things in terms of intention to take classified material versus it's been characterized that it was somehow accidental? Do you have any
insight into what these materials were?
Well, they didn't fly to his home without him. They went on a train with him from his Senate offices and then in boxes that he was in charge of.
Yeah, it looks like Maggot Brennan was definitely playing defense for the current resident of the White House.
Right. And remember, I like the Biden team's defense on this. If you have done something wrong and possibly illegal, if someone else has done it, but it seems like it might be a little more than what you did, you're off the hook. So if you're charged with murder, and on the same day, someone else kills 2 or 3 people, you just get to go scot-free.
Yep.
That's how that works.
Okay. And so number 3, third candidate.
A late entry this week.
Is Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot. I'm
there
sorry.
she is. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's the wrong picture.
Beetlejuice.
Same difference. Don't say her name 3 times. She'll show up.
Lightfoot.
No, God, don't do that.
Is facing a tough battle for re-election given the Windy
again.
Cities.
This is getting a workout today.
Shut up! For re-election, given the Windy City's recent spike in crime. What is her solution? Well, let her tell it.
Heard a lot of rhetoric here, a lot of sound bites, but not a lot of concrete solutions on how we get the job done and make our residents and our workers safe. We're doing it every single day.
I think the follow-up is, and your solution is?
I just explained it. We have been in Little Village working with those street vendors, understanding what the nature of the crime is, making sure that we're doing things in concert with them to help them make sure that their money is secure, not use money, if at all possible, using other forms of transactions to take care of themselves. Heard a lot of rhetoric here.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right.
Stop using money.
So here's
that will make everything go better.
Okay. I am going to give my reasons, since Mark isn't here, so for why these people are not the jackass of the week.
So again, to rehash, we have Pietro.
No, I'm going through it. I'm going through it.
All right.
El Presidente Gustavo Petro is a president of a South American country, which means by definition he'll be replaced in an afternoon or two. So, you know what's going to happen there. It's Colombia. So he does not win.
I predict monkeys with submachine guns. That's what I predict.
Yes. Margaret Brennan is just doing what journalists do on Face the Nations.
Cover for Democrats?
Yes, hover for Democrats and defend anything that they are doing this week. So the winner is Chicago
Beetlejuice. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Lori. No, that's not as good as Lightfoot. Ugh.
Oh my God! You have to stop saying it. She's going to be in her house.
Shut up! All right, so take us on the outro. We have a winner.
And this has been Neil Young's Braying Jackass of the Week.
And Tara Bright notes that Maggot Brennan is the proud member of the Council on Foreign Relations, so that's not a surprise. Not a surprise.
Shocking. You're shocked. Shocked.
Shocked.
Well,
that's your shocked face.
That is my shocked face.
Are we ready with our Think Real Fast sounder?
Think real fast.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's very professional.
Yeah.
All right.
I just happen to be in the right place at the right time.
Into Think Real Fast. Number 1, Trump has been unbanned from Facebook and Instaface or Instagram, whatever that is. Trump is unbanned. The missus, what should his first picture be?
Oh, his first picture. Huh. Well, you know my go-to is always
massive cannibalism.
I think you're right. Speaking of massive cannibalism, Trudeau is making his way towards a bar in Canada and essentially had to be surrounded by 50 or more police because it looks like the Canadian people were getting ready to hang him on a gibbet if the police weren't there. So
it's probably nothing to worry about.
It is probably nothing to worry about.
Hey, I think that sounded like an AI voice.
So the only question I have is if the Canadians were to hang Trudeau, would they do it politely?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Completely.
So Germany today declared war, sort of, on Ukraine. The German military minister, um, Dr. Professor Sarah Hansgruber.
What exactly are you insinuating? That he's a Nazi, asshole.
No. You can't use that word.
What I said, I said I didn't see anything.
Oh,
It was
okay.
something that I could not see.
Yes, okay. So they were talking that we shouldn't be arguing over whether or not we send tanks. This is a paraphrasing, but this part isn't. We are at war with Russia, not each other. Yep, at war with Russia. And we're getting ready to send tanks over there. Oh, wait.
I'm as confused by that as Joe Biden is.
True international effort to pressure.
That was his response.
So,
actually, the president's response to that was this.
And what am I doing here?
So the missus, the big question coming out of this,
okie dokie,
is it wise for Germany to get involved in a land war in Asia again?
Yes, absolutely. I see nothing wrong with this.
The full BL.
Give them the full BL.
There's nothing that can go bad here. Well, we're going to be stuck on Ukraine for just a little bit longer.
Lucky Ukraine.
Western tanks are headed to the Ukraine. 31 Abrams tanks from the United States. Just note, the Iraqi resistance destroyed 530 Abrams tanks after the Gulf War.
With sticks.
During the occupation. So the missus of the 31 tanks, what will be their most common disposition by June? Will they be A, broken, B, lost, or C, sold to China?
The answer, of course, is D, still in the United States, because we don't plan to get those there for about 18 months.
Ah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
The German Leopard tanks are also on the way, and those will once again be bounding eastward in Ukraine. So is
bounding like the big kitty cats they are.
So is this the time when everyone will be singing songs about panzers and celebrate heading east and celebrating?
Aww. Yes, the panzers.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. So we're not done with Ukraine. This one's kind of tangentially related.
I think that's what Russia keeps saying. We're not done with Ukraine.
So Putin is negotiating with the Taliban to buy the excess military inventory, over $7 billion worth. That's pre-inflation dollars that we left in Afghanistan.
Why doesn't he just buy more from Zelensky?
No. The missus, here's your thick, real fast question.
Okay, all right.
Should someone tell Putin that violates U.S. law?
Yes, because we all know that if something is against the law, people won't do it. That's how that works, right?
Yes, indeed. So, again, you can't make this up. Putin is planning to buy American military equipment from the Taliban because we left it there in that country. I mean, could you write this farce? I mean, people would say, no,
nice
that couldn't
job,
happen.
dumbass.
I know. All right. There is a rumor out, and I must stress this is a rumor, that the Ukrainian vice president has fled with $600 million to Israel.
Zelensky kicked a bunch of his cabinet members out.
Hang on.
Okay.
I wonder how he got the $5 million in, and where will he put the $400 million in the bank when he gets there? So that's the question, Mrs. What will happen with the $300 million?
I don't feel comfortable with that.
This is a family show. We can't talk about that.
So
what are you doing?
Seriously, the rumor is the guy has gotten $600 million shoved into a bank in Israel.
Shoved somewhere.
Yeah, and I don't believe Israel has a treaty of extradition with really essentially anyone. So, I mean, can we tax him? And what's our plan here?
Well, I think you'd have to catch him first.
All right. Now, this is according to the story that I've heard. An Alabama airport worker mother of 3, sucked into the jet engine. But she'd been repeatedly warned to stay away from the jet engine, and had been actually kind of knocked off her feet by the jet engine before she was sucked in. So apparently she was sucked into the engine and made the plane even shake violently as she exited through the rear. So this is the important question.
So she was pooped out of the plane, huh?
Should her family have to pay to get the engine fixed?
Yes.
I know that's some dark humor. That's some dark humor there. All right. It gets worse. It gets even darker.
Oh, good.
Yes. So there's an article headline. and let's see. And Tara Bright notes, you cannot swing a dead cat in Israel without tagging a banker. He'll be fine. So, okay, I'm done. So this is an actual article headline. My mom won't babysit her grandchild unless I pay her $20 an hour plus overtime. My question to you, the missus, is it a good way for that mother to get smothered by a Guatemalan nursing home worker in the nursing home her child picked out for her when the time comes?
Possibly. But the mom, the grandma in question here, might just invoke her right for a very, very late term abortion.
And honestly, I look at this and I go, this is part of the deal. As a parent, your job is to help the kid. The kid helps you. You help the kid. You help your grandkids. You bring along. And it's kind of mercenary to ask for $20. I mean...
Yeah, but if grandma's eating Alpo, because maybe math is not her strong suit, you might kick in and help out grandma a little bit. After all...
It's absolutely.
She did change the daughter's diapers.
Yes, indeed.
And put up with her crap when she was in high school, too.
So that is, indeed, all the Think Real Fast that I have for
all right.
this evening. So you can play Sandra again.
Sure.
Think real fast.
And Terry notes there is a picture of the woman who was sucked into the airplane on there.
Was it before or after?
I don't know. The picture I've seen was before. But Tara Brady notes, I'm surprised that engine sucked her in. She's not exactly a ballerina. And I'm going, yeah, that's a good point. All right. We've gone through Think Real Fast. We've gone for our news for the week. And I think on that note, it's probably a great time to say thank you, everyone, for coming.
Adios. Sayonara.
Adios. Sayonara. Thank you for coming to Bonds and Bants and Wednesday Rants.
Farewell.
I'm your humble host, John Wilder.
I can see the future!
Have a great evening.
And I guess that leaves me, the missus, to talk us out.
Absolutely.
Sounding very stuffed up because I have a cold. Hopefully I will be all well next week and be better. Good night, everyone. Y'all come back now, you hear?